So we're still finishing strong. And the title that I've been given is Destiny Helpers. Destiny Helpers. That is the title of the message for today, Destiny Helpers. Jeremiah 29:11. Jeremiah 29:11, it says, "For I know the thoughts that I think toward you, saith the Lord." He said, thoughts of peace and not of evil. He said, to give you an expected end. So God has a plan for you. He has a plan for me. He has a plan for every one of us. And the plan that God has for us is of good and of peace and to carry us to an expected end. So the plan and purpose of God in our life is our destiny. It is our destiny. God created us for something. So destiny is what God has created you and I for. Destiny is our assignment on earth. Destiny is the blueprint of mankind. So to fulfill that destiny, we need the gift of man. If you are rich and you don't have men to help you, you don't have anything. If you are sick, you don't have men to support you, you don't have anybody. The gift of man is the gift of destiny helpers. Many don't have the gift of men. That's why you see people go into depression sometimes. They don't have any support system. They don't have anyone to assist them. But when we have the gift of men, we have the gift of destiny helpers. In this world, we have destiny helpers, and we also have destiny killers. I'm going to talk a little bit about destiny killers before we go into destiny helpers, so that we can basically appreciate God more. Destiny killers are killers of joy. They block your dreams. They cause delay in your life. Some of them might know you, and some of them might not even know you. Some of them just get angry because you are rising, and they don't want you to rise. They want you to stand in one place. They tell you your visions are too big. They tell you are thinking outside of the box, that you are supposed to be within the box. You are supposed to be caged. These are destiny killers. They discourage you all the way, step by step. Whenever you bring up something that you want to do, they stand there and discourage you. These are destiny killers. They waste your time. They are wasters of time. And then they are stargazer. They gaze at your star. They look at your star. What is she up to again? So that I can stand in the way. What is she trying to do? This will be an example of Herod in Matthew chapter 2 verse 1 to 3. I'm not going to read that. Matthew chapter 2, 1 to 3. Herod was troubled. He was troubled when he heard about Jesus Christ. When he heard about Jesus Christ from the three wise men. He wanted to know more because he has a plan for Jesus Christ. He wanted to kill Jesus Christ. As a result, he started killing all the male baby. That is a destiny killer. That is a destiny killer. But today, we are looking at destiny helper. So who is a destiny helper? Destiny helper is somebody that God has positioned in your life to help you to achieve your expected end. Somebody that God has positioned in our lives to help you to achieve your expected end. That is a destiny helper. A destiny helper will see something unique in you and be ready to promote it. They help you to navigate life. Let me tell you why destiny helper is important. We're still looking at who is a destiny helper before we go into the characteristics of destiny helper. Years back, when we started the review, there was a student that came. This student doesn't know much. But after taking the class, I think there were about 3 of them that to start. And after taking the class, she went ahead and she passed. And the director of her school said, for you to pass, I need to know where you took the class. Not only did this director come, I wasn't even there when he came. After then, this director now went to University of the District of Columbia then and gave them my name, that you need this woman to basically teach your class. That is a destiny helper. A destiny helper, basically, he saw something and said, I'm going to promote this person. That's why destiny helpers are important. Destiny helpers, they will use their network to open up opportunities for you. To open up opportunities for you. On Friday, I was watching the CNN. And then I was just listening, and I learned about late George Sandra Day O'Connor. And it was amazing that when in the news they said she was actually the top of her class when she graduated. But she couldn't get a job as a lawyer. She was looking for a job everywhere. But until that fateful day, President Reagan said, you know what? I'm going to promote this woman. President Reagan made her the first woman Supreme Judge. And as a result, she paved way for women in the law firm. It was even said on CNN then that she said there was no bathroom for women in that particular building because they don't want women to be lawyers. That was a destiny helper. He saw the gift in her. He helped her. That was a destiny helper. Destiny helpers are never tired of you. They are not jealous of you and they are not tired of you. Your destiny helper can be your friend. Your destiny helper can be your husband. Your destiny helper can be your wife. Your destiny helper can also be your enemy. It can be your enemy. If we look at 2 Kings chapter 25, I'm going to quickly read verse 27. 2 Kings chapter 25 verse 27. He said, and it came to pass in the 7th and 30th year of the captivity of Jehoiachin, king of Judah, in the 12th month, and on the 7th and 20th day of the month, that evil marauder, king of Babylon, in the year that he began to reign, did lift up the head of Jehoiachin, king of Judah, out of prison. He said, evil marauder. For even the Bible to record this man's name as evil, the first name as evil marauder. So you can know that this man was a terrible man. But guess what? He was the one that God used to bring that king of Judah out of the prison. Destiny helper. Your destiny helper basically they can be with you for a season and they can be with you for lifetime. So their assignment can be for a season or lifetime. So it's not every destiny helper that will follow you to your promised land. So that when you have somebody, sometimes you have some friends that all of a sudden maybe you move to another city. They stop calling you and you are getting angry. Don't get angry. Their season is over. It is time for a new season. So you have some destiny helpers that will be with you just for a period of time. And then you have some that God has made that they will be with you for life. So then what are the characteristics of the destiny helpers? 1, divine connector. Divine connector is one of the characteristics of a destiny helper. Divine connector. Divine connector. A divine connector might not have the power to do that thing, but they know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that will be able to do that thing for you. We can see an example in 2 Kings chapter 5 verses 1 to 3. 2 Kings chapter 5 verses 1 to 3. Now Naaman, commander of the army of the king of Syria, was a great and honorable man in the house of his master, in the eyes of his master. Because by him the Lord had given victory to Syria. He was also a mighty man of valor, but a leper. He said, but a leper. And the Syrian had gone out on raids, and he brought back captive a young girl from the land of Israel. She waited on Naaman's wife. Then she said to her mistress, "If only my master were with the prophet who is in Syria, he will heal him of his leprosy." He said he will heal him of his leprosy. So basically, if you read the story down, basically Naaman basically went. Elisha commanded that he should go and bathe in Jordan River for 7 times, and the story went like that. But what I want to bring out of that is that, remember that this young lady, the maid, she offered her help without asking. A divine connector will offer their help without asking you. And that was exactly what this young lady did. Know that this young lady is a maid. So your destiny helper might be an ordinary person. They might be an ordinary person. But know that they have something that basically can link you to somebody that you'll be able to get your answer. They have that thing to connect you to that job you are looking for. They have that thing to connect you to that promotion, to that thing that you are expecting. An encounter with your destiny helper opens doors of opportunities. It opens doors of opportunities. So in this life, your destiny helper is that missing link between who you are supposed to be in life. If you notice that Naaman was asked to go and bath in the river, in River Jordan. And remember, he's a captain, and he's supposed to go and bath. And I'm sure so many things might have gone his mind. But finally, he went and bathed, and he was healed. So the key to receiving from your destiny helper is humility. You have to be humble. And you have to have a discerning spirit. You have to be humble. If Naaman had not humbled himself or listened to the maid, he would have been a leper for life. Many of us are too pompous. We're too posh. We feel arrogant. And we look down on people. Your destiny helper might not look like you. Your destiny helper might not be sophisticated. Your destiny helper might not talk like you. They might not have the charisma. Neither might they have the swagger. And then you look at them. But it does not mean that they have nothing to offer. They have that grace that you are looking for. And God deliberately positioned them in your way. Some of us, you meet somebody. All you do is just laugh, talk, and think about it. You don't think about it that, why did God put this person on my way? Why did I have an encounter with this person? So you can make use of that opportunity. Like I said, you don't want to look down at anybody. Your destiny helper can be anybody. Tell your neighbor, do not underestimate anybody. So you don't miss your destiny helper. We will not miss our destiny helper in Jesus' name. I'm going to give you a very quick example so I can keep moving. Years back, I lectured in a particular school. And after school, this young beautiful girl will follow me from the class, then follow me to the staff room. And after some time, the other staffs were complaining, "Why are you always bringing this young girl to the staff room?" And I said, "Well, she's my guest." I said, "The young girl is my guest. And she will be with me, she will go. The next time when I come again and lecture in her class, she'll follow me again." For one reason or the other, we have a connection. I never knew that this young girl is my divine connector. I never knew that the young girl was my destiny helper. I never knew. But guess what? It was through this young girl that now she's an adult, she's married, she has children. It was through this young girl that I met my husband of 32 years. Wow. it was through this it was through this young girl. And to be honest, we're still close. You know, we're still like that song that says, like beans and rice. Oh, so we're still basically like that. We're still like that. And I thank God for her life. Because I also thank God for my husband. Because I've been his destiny helper too since then. I've been his electric insulator. So we're talking about destiny helpers. We're talking about characteristics of destiny helper. Another characteristics of destiny helper is king makers. They make kings. 2 Chronicles 26 verse 1. 2 Chronicles 26 verse 1, he said, now all the people of Judah took Uzziah, who was 16 years old, and made him king in the room of his father. Uzziah's father was killed in chapter 2, in the earlier chapter. And all the people arose and made him a king, despite his age. These were destiny helpers. They did not look at his age. They did not look at him, even though they know that this is his rightful position, that is his right to become the king then. But they did not say, oh, we're going to create another interim government. We're going to place another person there before making you a king, so that when you grow up, and then when he grows up, the other person will say, I'm not living anymore. They did not even do that. But instead, they basically went ahead and made him king. These are destiny helpers. They know what you needed, and they know what they are supposed to do in your life. So another characteristics of destiny helpers, divine agents of intervention. That's number 3. Divine agents of intervention. They observe you. They see the greatness and gifts and visions in you. They know your plans and aspirations. All that their goal is to move you so you can begin to manifest your gifts in life. These are people that we call men of influence. Have you ever been in a place that a man will say, you know, they basically use their card, sign on their card and say, here, give me a call. And I will give you an example very soon. But before then, we can see an example in Genesis chapter 41, verses 39 to 42. I'm not going to read because of our time. This is Pharaoh. Pharaoh's dreams. But he recognized the gift of God in Joseph. That Joseph was the only one that could interpret the dreams. And Joseph was the one that is capable of doing what has been mentioned. So he made Joseph the prime minister. We are talking about divine agents of intervention. He lifted Joseph up and made Joseph basically the prime minister. Another quick example I will give to you. Like I said, they will write something on their card. Hey, here. They make your prayer point. They turn it into testimony. So that you are not praying and praying anymore. But now you have a card that is leading you. A quick example I will give you. I use my own sister as an example. She was working in a particular hospital. And in that hospital, they had something going on. She basically did something there. And this man was there. He saw her gift. And this man basically wrote and said, call me. And the man gave her the card. She got home and she told her husband, she said, this man was basically in the hospital emergency room today. There was a situation that happened there. And this man said, call me. So he said, let's call him and hear what he wants to say. And she called the man. The man is an elderly man. Called the man and the man said, I saw what you did today. I see potentials in you and you need somebody to bring it out. And this man said to her, I said, are you guys get ready to move to another state? And the husband said, yes, let's hear what he's going to say. He said, yes. Then he said, okay, I want you guys next week to meet me at so place. So they went. And guess what? When they got to that hospital, it was a very, very big hospital. I'm not going to mention it because of privacy. A very, very big hospital. And when they got there, this man introduced her as the oncoming chief medical officer. She's a medical doctor. But this man brought her in and made her the chief medical officer, the overall of that particular hospital. Destiny helper. We're talking about destiny helper. They use their credibility to endorse you. That was what that man did. And today, by the grace of God, she's had clinics of her own just because of that destiny helper. So destiny helpers are very important in our life. Another characteristics of a destiny helper is talented and gifted. You know, we do have destiny helpers that are talented and gifted. They use their gifts, they use their talent, they use their skill to help you accomplish purpose in life. A quick example will be 1 Samuel chapter 16. 1 Samuel chapter 16, verses 17 to 21. This was when the evil spirit was troubling Saul, and David used his gift to help to deliver him. So basically we can see David used his gift. In the divine agent of intervention, I said that destiny helper saw my sister's gift. He lifted her up after he saw the skills in her. That tells us that we don't want to just be lazy. Many people are lazy. Opportunity comes to the prepared. We want to be prepared. We want to be prepared. So that you are not disgraced at the corridor of greatness. That's why it's very important for us to be prepared. Another characteristics of destiny helper is divine mentor. Divine mentor. We thank God for divine mentors. Let's thank God for them. We thank God for divine mentors. Because your divine mentors, your God-given mentors, divine mentors will advise you. They will advise you. They will correct your mistakes, give you constructive criticism. And when we talk about constructive criticism, some of us, we get angry when we are corrected. Because all you want to hear is bitter truth. You don't like that. You don't like to be corrected. Because you feel you are all in all. You feel you are perfect. Nobody is perfect too. No one is perfect. These people will correct us. Constructive criticism. They will train you to be a better person. They never get tired of you. They never get tired of me. Another thing that these divine mentors do, they will share their experience with you. They will share their scars in life with you. They share their scars with you so that you don't make the same costly mistakes. That's why they do that. An example of our divine mentors, our parents. Our parents. Our parents. And I repeated our parents several times because many people get to the top and they forget their parents. Many people will even keep malice with their parents. Many people will say, I'm not talking to my father. I'm not talking to my mother. Please do not forget your source. Do not forget your source. And the Bible says, honor your father and your mother so that your days on earth, can be long. Please, please, and please, remember your parents. Take care of your parents. When my mom passed, the consolation that I had was I know I took care of her. And she told everybody, any single person passing by, she would tell them, pray for my daughter. She did this, she did that, she did that. Let us take care of our parents. Divine mentor. They mentored us. If they did not mentor us, some people will say, well, my father did not mentor me. My mother did not mentor me. It was my grandparents that mentored me. Still forgive them. Forgive them. There was no manual for training. Maybe they did what they know best. Forgive them so that your days on earth can be long. We're talking about divine mentor as one of the characteristics of destiny helpers. Another example of divine mentor we'll be seeing is Esther chapter 2, verses 5 to 7. It said Esther chapter 2, verses 5 to 7. Esther was an orphan girl. But guess what? Her uncle Mordecai saw that she was beautiful. He saw that she was beautiful, so he groomed her. Not only did he groom her, he also introduced her to greatness. Divine mentor. Divine mentor. Another characteristics of destiny helpers is ladder holders. Ladder holders. Ladder holders. These are people who help you to focus when you are the pinnacle of your career. When you are at the top, these are the people that are telling you, focus, focus, just be focused. While other people are there saying that you have arrived. While other people are there hailing you, go Bola, go this. They are busy hailing you. And other people are there clapping their hands. Your ladder holders are the ones telling you, be focused, be focused. You know, it's just like somebody running a race. And that person is basically being the first. And all of a sudden, people were calling that person's name. And then the person had the voice of somebody that they've not had for a long time. They will want to turn back and look. When you turn back and look, somebody else will be in their front. If it's on the ladder that you turn back and look, guess what? Hey, you're going to land on the floor. So these are people that hold the ladder so that we don't fall. So that we don't fall. They hold the ladder steady. They tell you to be focused. They tell you to be humble. They tell you to walk gently. That the post in which you are right now is a delicate one so you don't fall off the ladder. Those are your ladder holders. That they are right there. They are right there for you. If we remember Queen Vashti in Esther chapter 1 verses 15 to 22. I'm not going to read that. Esther chapter 1 verses 15 to 22 because of our time. Queen Vashti was the wife of King Ahasuerus. Queen Vashti, when the king says she should come, when the king demanded for her, she disobeyed. She misbehaved. She did not respond to the king. Because guess what? She thought, okay, after all, I'm the queen. I don't have to respond to the king. But she lost her position. When she said no and did not respond to the king, I believe there are people hailing her at that moment. But she lost that position. Because why? She did not have a ladder holder. She had nobody to tell her, hey, go. You can't basically disgrace him in the midst of all these people. But she lost her position because she misbehaved. And even in the midst of those people, she had no one to plead on her behalf. No one to speak on her behalf. She had no destiny helper. So we see why the gift of men is very important. People that will speak on your behalf even when you are not there. 1 Corinthians 10 verse 12 says, therefore, let him who think he stands take heed, lest he fall. May we not fall in the name of Jesus. I'm going to be rounding up very soon. Lastly, another characteristics of destiny helper is burden carriers. Burden carriers or burden bearers. We can call them burden carriers. We can also call them burden bearers. They are life savers. We have three names for them. Life saver, burden carrier, burden bearers. You know, many a times when things are going well for people, You see, you have a lot of friends. You have a lot of people. They come, they party. But guess what? The moment things is going another way, what happened? They run. They run. That's why you need burden bearers. They run. Burden bearers. They stand by you. They cry with you. They pray with you. And these are people that save life when you are at the point of giving up. These are the people that will say, no, don't give up. Let's take, for example, Ruth and Naomi. The case of Ruth and Naomi. And I think we remember the story of Naomi in the book of Ruth, chapter 1. It says, Naomi basically, she lost her husband. She lost her 2 sons. And then one of the daughter-in-law just left her. But Ruth refused to leave, despite the tragedies. Ruth refused to leave. Let's hear what Ruth said to her in Ruth chapter 1, verse 16. Ruth chapter 1, verse 16. Ruth chapter 1, verse 16, I'll read it. It says, do not urge me to leave. Okay, I'm reading another version. We have King James on the board. I'm going to read this version. This version, I love this version so much, and it's an amplifier. He said, do not urge me to leave you, or to turn my back from following you. For where you go, I will go. Where you lodge, I will lodge. Your people will be my people. That was a genuine dedication. Even despite all that she went through, Ruth saw all that she went through, and Ruth still stayed with her. Some people will say, that woman is a witch. Oh. Her husband died. Her sons, me, I'm not staying. So you can't blame the other daughter-in-law that left. But Ruth was a destiny helper to this woman. A burden carrier. A burden bearer. A lifesaver. A lifesaver. So Ruth stood by her. Your burden bearers are selfless. Burden bearers are selfless. They stay with you and stand by you until your glory is revealed. We can see Ruth eventually married Boaz as a result of her dedication. We're still talking about burden bearers as one of characteristics of destiny helper. Your burden bearers or burden carriers, they carry your burden. They carry your burden when the road is too rough for you. When your burden becomes too heavy for you to carry. You know, sometimes you just sit and things become too heavy for you to carry. It becomes too heavy. Let me give you a quick example. One of my children was telling me, and called me some few days ago and said, I'm looking for housing for somebody. And I said, okay, where is this person? He said, the person lives under the bridge. I said, what? He said, I don't want this person to be in cold. I don't know this person, but this person needs help. And I'm trying to contact different places to see if they can get a house. He said, this person needs some blankets. This person needs all kinds. So I said, where is this person? He said, this person is in Baltimore. And I was like, what? So we kept going back and forth with the test. And I look. And then the Holy Spirit ministered to me, a burden bearer. Your burden bearer is not there for your crown. They don't need your crown. They don't need your riches. They are not asking for your money. All that the burden bearers want is to be able to help you carry your cross so that it's not too heavy for you. So that it's not too heavy for me. Burden bearers are ready to do anything for you. They are ready to die with you, and they are ready to die for you. burden bearers. We use Ruth as an example of burden bearers. She was there for Naomi. Another good example of burden bearer we can see is Jesus Christ. He died for you and I. In Matthew chapter 11 verse 28, Jesus said, "Come unto me, all you who are weary and carry heavy burdens." He said, "I will give you rest. I will give you rest. I will give you rest." Jesus wants us to come to him. He wants to basically carry our burdens. He wants us to cast our burden onto him. He said, "For this reason, the Son of Man was manifested to destroy the work of Satan." And he also said to us in John 10:10, he said, "The thief came to steal, to kill, and destroy." He said, "I came that you may have life, and life in abundance." Jesus is here to set the captives free. Jesus is here to save you from pain of life. He's here to save us from the darkness of life and from frustrations of life. Jesus is here to heal the brokenhearted. Many a times our faces look so beautiful, but some are heartbroken. Jesus is here to move us from the zero level to the glory level. He's here to move us from failure to success. You do have people sometimes that they tell you they've toiled and toiled and toiled and toiled. But everything, they just failing and failing and failing. Jesus is here as a burden bearer to move us from rejection to acceptance. Many people experience all kinds of rejections in their life. Rejection by husband, rejection by wife, rejection by friends, rejection by family. He doesn't want you to be alone. He doesn't want me to be alone. He wants to be our burden carrier. Jesus came to move us from sickness to healing. And that's why he said he was wounded for our transgressions and bruised for our iniquities. He said the chastisement of our peace was upon him, and by his stripes we are healed. Jesus came to wipe our tears. He came to move us from weeping to laughter. And that's why he said, "Weeping may endure for a night. But what? But joy cometh in the morning." Jesus is here today to move us from condemnation to glorification. He's here to move us from condemnation to glorification. Let's rise up. Jesus is here to move us from condemnation to glorification. And that's why he said, "Therefore, there's no more condemnation to them which are in Christ Jesus." He says, "Who walk not after flesh, but after the Spirit." I want to announce to you today, Jesus of Nazareth, the light of the world, I'm announcing him as the greatest destiny helper that you can ever have. He's the one that changed life. He changed my life. I'm a testimony. He's the one that changed life. He's here to touch you. He's here to touch you. He's here to touch me. I just want us to open our hearts to him this morning. Speak to him. He wants you to cast that burden upon him so that he can sustain you, so that he can sustain me. Just sing to him this morning. Talk to him this morning. Sing to him from the bottom of your heart. Don't care about the person by you. Just talk to God this morning. He's the greatest destiny helper. He alone is the one that can carry your burden and carry my burden. He's the greatest divine connector.